Yo, what's up, homies? How you guys doing, all you YouTubers? Today I'm back in the kitchen. I had previously made a video of how to make pizza, but now I'm gonna make a more complicated dish, something that's more like about my culture. I'm making some Indian beef stew. It's called beef Suka. So I'm just gonna go over the ingredients list that you're gonna need to cook this beef stew. So the first thing you'll probably need around a pound of beef. You could have any type of beef. You could have cubes for stewing, or I have sirloin steak here, but you could any beef. You need around 4 cloves of garlic, as you see over here. You need around an inch long. This is a piece of ginger. I keep my ginger in the freezer because you never know when you need it. So and it keeps pretty good in the freezer. You're gonna need some coriander leaves. Yeah, just a little bit of coriander leaves. Maybe a couple of teaspoons to garnish. You'll need a large onion or 2 medium-sized onions. That'll probably do the trick. Probably need some tomato paste. I don't have tomato paste. The only tomatoes I have is canned tomatoes. I'm just gonna use maybe 2 tablespoons of canned tomatoes. Okay, so next thing you need a lot of vinegar, half a cup of vinegar. I'm gonna mix a little bit of rice wine vinegar with white vinegar. You also need a lot of Indian spices. You could vary the amounts you put of these spices depending on the taste you like. But I'm just gonna give you a general recommendation of what do you need and what's recommended for the general palate of normal white people or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so you'll need a 1 inch of a cinnamon stick. So you could put an inch of cinnamon stick. I have cinnamon sticks right here. What else? You'll need half teaspoon of fenugreek seeds. So where's fenugreek seeds? Well, actually, I have the fenugreek seeds. Where did I put them? Here are the fenugreek seeds. So you'll just need a half teaspoon of fenugreek seeds. They sort of look like this. Next, you'll need 2 teaspoons of coriander powder. So I have coriander powder in here. 2 teaspoons of it. You'll also need 1 teaspoon of fennel seeds. So this is fennel seeds over here. You could put a little bit of red chili powder, depending on how spicy you like it. Red chili powder is not as potent as paprika. Paprika is a harsher version of red chili powder. So you could put a small teaspoon of that. You could put a little bit of cumin. I don't really like cumin, so I'm not gonna put a lot. What else? You could put. I think this is turmeric. So put a small spoon of turmeric in there, and you could also put a few cardamom seeds. So these are just the ingredients you need. Of course, you'll need oil to fry, and you also need a pan to make it in. You also need a last ingredient. I forgot to tell you guys. Some grated coconut. I have some fresh coconut. I'm just gonna grate this up. You can buy in all the packages that are already grated. I didn't have any packages. I just had some fresh coconut in my house, so you don't really need to use fresh coconut. Okay, the first step you have to do is that you have to actually cut the beef into cubes. So I don't have a stand for my camera, so I'm not gonna really show you how I'm doing it. But you basically cut the beef into 1-inch cubes. Okay, so once the beef is in cubed format, you just sprinkle some crack some pepper on it, black pepper, and you should put the little teaspoon of chili powder, not a teaspoon but a small spoon, whatever, and also the vinegar. So I'm putting rice wine a little bit. I'm also putting a little bit more. And regular white vinegar. So half a cup total. So just and then you could just mix it. I have nothing to mix it with, so I'm just gonna mix it with my hands. Get all the spices in. And let it marinate while you prepare the other stuff. So just gonna wash my hands, and that's it. The next thing is you gotta chop up the onions really small. You gotta like mince the garlic and the garlic here. Garlic here, I mean, sorry. And like grate the ginger and grate also the coconut. I'm not gonna do that again. I'm just gonna, because I can't really hold the camera again. So and don't forget to wash your knife and cutting board. Like some people have different cutting boards for meat and vegetables. I like to just use the same one. I just wash it in between, just rinse it off with some soap and water. Okay, so the next thing after you chopped everything up, you heat some oil in a pan. It could be a non-stick pan, it could be a stainless steel pan, it doesn't really matter. And you're gonna put the onions in first. So basically you're gonna fry the onions on high heat until they get golden brown. So you gotta keep stirring them. You do it pretty fast. So you can also add the onions and garlic. So I just chopped up the onions over here, and that's the grated ginger, and the garlic and the ginger. Okay, so just add it right now. So you're gonna add all the remaining spices now. Like after you put the ginger and the garlic in, so you're gonna put all the remaining like the spices I told you. So just put them now. I'm just estimating all my spices. I'm not really measuring like I told you guys. Put whatever you want. Like you don't have to use the spices. You don't have to use the amount of spices that I told you guys. Mix all the spices in and you keep mixing it. So the spices get a chance to roast a little bit. And you can put it to medium if it's going too fast for you. Okay, so at this point you could add a tomato, and after cooking for a couple of minutes you could add the tomato and the coconut. So I'm just going to add the tomato. 1 second. And the coconut. We're going to clean the board up, and so at this point you have two options. You can cook it the fast way, or you can cook it the slow way. I usually just cook it the fast way. So you put the beef in right now, the marinated beef, and you cook it for maybe half an hour, or you can put it in a slow cooker and cook it for like 2 hours, so depending if you have the time or not. So I'm just gonna put the beef in right now, and beef is marinating right now, and I'm just gonna put it in. Put it with all the marinade. So I'm going to cook over medium heat for around 30 minutes. You don't really just stir it a couple of times, like once you put the beef in. And you can close the lid. And it's probably going to cook a good 30 minutes. So I'm just gonna come back when it's done cooking. Okay, so after half an hour, the stew should look like that. It should be like really aromatic because of all the spices. The advantage of cooking it in the slow cooker for an hour and a half is the meat is going to be a lot more tender than like cooking it fast in like half an hour like I did over here. So if you want a lot more tender like stew, like probably you should do it in a slow cooker or like a pressure cooker, like over longer periods of time. You could put the last thing you could like sort of garnish it when you plate it with some coriander leaves, like I said. You need the coriander leaves. We don't. It's only for garnish, and we add extra flair. And you can serve it with rice or like flat bread. Anyways, thank you for watching my video. Subscribe to my channel. I wanna make videos of all kinds of flavors. You know, I only don't make tech videos. I have like personal commentaries. I do cooking videos. I do how-to videos and other stuff like exercise videos. So if anybody even wants to collaborate with me in the Montreal, even like I could go to like New York City. You could just holler at me. You know what I'm talking about? So thank you for watching my video. You know, your homeboy Ali is always keeping gangsta.